CBW Productions and the Knighthood Project present Batman, Year One. Written by Wyatt Bowden. Edited by Joseph E.W. Produced by CBW and the Knighthood Project.
Some wine, my love.
Don't mind if I do.
Why are we eating out here when we could literally eat anywhere else?
Bruce.
You pour yourself some wine, dear. I've got this one. Sweetheart, just because we can do anything with our money doesn't mean we shouldn't abstain and take a moment to just enjoy the refreshing air in which we breathe. Besides, it's been a moment since we've been able to spend quality time together like this as a family.
That's because Dad's always working.
Bruce, your father works very hard at the hospital and helps so many people with what he does. You shouldn't be upset just because that sometimes has to take precedence.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize, son. I know I've been a little absent as of late. But that's what makes moments like these so special. Not just for you, but for me as well. You give me something to look forward to at the end of each day.
I do?
You and your mother both do. But that's also why I'm able to work so passionately at the hospital. You see, I never had any room to doubt myself, because I know I have the two people who love and believe in me to always do the right thing, even if that passion does end up keeping me from being able to be with you as often as I'd like.
I really never thought of it like that.
That's because you're young and still growing and learning. You don't need to apologize for what you don't know.
Well, since we're out here, you think we could play catch or something?
Play catch? I'll have you know, your grandfather practically had to pry the ball out of my hand at your age. But for right now, why don't you go get that throwing arm warmed up, so your mother and I can have a little quality time together?
Ugh.
You'll understand when you're older!
You know, with how frequently you're gone, I sometimes forget how good you are with him.
I can't say it's a skill I ever thought I would have.
I always had some inkling you would. It's part of why I married you.
Oh, really? And how exactly did you figure that?
Sometimes a woman just has a sixth sense for these sorts of things.
Oh? And what is that sense telling you now?
That you want to kiss me?
And?
I accept.
Oh, wow. Dad, do you see how far that went?
Don't go out too far, Bruce.
But Mom, I'm just throwing the ball.
Listen to your mother, son. Stay where we can see you.
Okay. Huh? Oh, hello, little rabbit. Would you like something to snack on? Only take a little bit, okay? Because I still need... Hey! I thought I said to take a little. You come back here with that. Ugh!
What was that?
Where did he go?
Bruce!
Bruce, where are you? Thomas! Look!
Is that a hole? What could have possibly happened to make the ground collapse?
Oh my God! Bruce! Bruce, you with me?
Vicki? Where?
We'll be coming up to the mansion soon. You're in my car.
What happened?
Huh, that's what I would like to know. I found you half dead in the snow on the side of the road covered in blood. You feel like explaining that?
On or off the record?
I guess I kind of deserve that.
How did you even find me?
Honestly, pure coincidence. I was heading back to the city to find you.
To find me? Why?
My editor called me with a tip saying that you had ditched the party for a secret rendezvous at the Skyline Club. He told me to get over there for the exclusive before the tabloid rags got the chance, but that's not why I was headed there.
No?
No. I wanted to apologize. You did a really nice thing for me while knowing I was just trying to take advantage of you, and meanwhile, I just thought I was gonna get away with it because...
Because you thought I was just another arrogant rich guy who has more money than common sense.
Yeah.
There was something my father once told me about not having to apologize for what you don't understand. He didn't believe it was right to have to say sorry just because you didn't know something. He instead believed it was the responsibility of those who do know to teach those who don't.
That sounds like a pretty solid lesson. What exactly does it mean for our situation?
It means you don't owe me an apology for underestimating me or misunderstanding what type of person I am when I have purposely chosen to conceal that from everyone. If anything, consider us square for the fact that you dragged me out of the snow, because I clearly underestimated you too. I am curious though, why are you driving me home instead of the hospital?
You don't remember?
Clearly I don't.
You told me after I got you in here to only take you back home. In fact, you were very adamant about it despite your delirium. You wouldn't let go of my wrist until I agreed.
And you just followed through with that?
Blame it on my reporter's curiosity. But now that you're fully conscious, how about it? Feeling more talkative about why you would have wanted me to avoid the hospital? Really? You aren't gonna tell me anything at all about what happened? Perfect.
There's not much to tell. Honestly, there was a misunderstanding and I allowed my impulses to get the better of me. Simple as that.
I feel like the fact that you're covered in blood and dressed like a homeless person makes this a little more complex than a simple misunderstanding.
We're coming up to the gate.
Huh. So we are. You sure you should be moving? Why don't we just buzz for Alfred?
He's probably asleep by now. I'd hate to worry him.
He's gonna be more than worried if he wakes up to find you dead in the living room.
I'm not completely helpless, you know. I took my fair share of first aid courses when I was traveling overseas.
But I really don't think...
Look, Vicki, I appreciate what you've done tonight, but I'll take it from here, okay?
Okay, if you say so.
Easy does it, Bruce. One foot in front of the other. I've lost a lot of blood at this point. I think I'm dying. What? Is that a bell? I think my father told me that Grandfather Allen used to use this to call the servants. That was during Alfred's father's time as the family butler. It's definitely the kind of thing that would be demeaning in this modern age. Still, though, if I did ring the bell, Alfred would come. He would come in a hurry, and get to work on getting me patched up before it's too late. But after everything that happened tonight, I think I would rather die than waste another minute not knowing what comes next. I'd rather die than continue not being ready. Don't look at me like that. What do you want from me? Alfred was right. I don't know what I'm doing. But how can that be possible? After everything I've learned and everything I've done, how can I still not know? I've tried to be patient, but I can't wait any longer. I've already waited 18 long years. 18 years and the wounds still feel as fresh as the ones I have on my body. It's like an everlasting ache I can never escape. Ugh. And that sound, that horrible sound still ringing in my ears at the back of my brain.
Bruce, are you okay?
Young master, you gave us quite a fright with all the commotion you were making.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right, Bruce. I'm just glad you're all right.
If I may, sir, might I suggest a warm glass of cocoa to soothe his troubled mind?
That sounds delightful, Alfred. How about it, Bruce?
Can I have a cookie to go with it?
Only one. But yes, you may.
Splendid. I will be back shortly.
Thank you, Alfred.
My pleasure, young master.
You have another nightmare?
Uh-huh. Did I mess up the evening for you and Mom?
You don't need to worry about anything like that, Bruce. It's not messing anything up for a parent to have to look after their kid, especially after what you went through the other day. Was it the bats from the cave again?
Yeah.
You know why they scared you, right?
No. Why?
Well, bats are natural symbols of fear. They rely on that for the power they need to have over their prey.
Really?
But, obviously, we're not their prey. We fear them simply because of what they are, a creature that moves quickly, flying through the night. The human mind just can't comprehend it, and will always feel fear for what we're unable to understand.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Am I always going to be afraid of them?
Well, that is entirely up to you, son. Are you going to allow fear to hold on to you, or will you fight against it, and allow this experience to make you stronger?
Well,
It's not a question you need to be able to answer right now. Just food for thought.
Sorry to interrupt. I thought I'd stop in and check on you before your dad has you turn back in for the night.
Uncle Carmine, what are you doing here so late?
Your father and I are just talking over some work-related things. Grown-up stuff you don't need to worry about just yet. How you hanging in there, kid?
Bruce just had a nightmare, that's all.
A nightmare, huh? Well, I'm certainly sorry to hear that, kiddo. I definitely don't blame you for feeling a little freaked out, though, after going through something like that.
You don't?
Hell no.
Carmine, language.
My bad, Tommy. But no, of course not. I'd have been scared too in your shoes.
I thought you weren't afraid of anything.
Nah, that'd be your dad. He's the one with the nerves of steel. I got plenty of things I'm afraid of.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not afraid of anything.
You certainly don't show it. It's kind of freaky sometimes, honestly.
How would I be able to learn to not be afraid like that?
Bruce, it's okay to be afraid.
But I don't want to be afraid. I want to be strong like you and Uncle Carmine.
Bruce, your dad's right. It's perfectly natural to be afraid of things. Doesn't make you any less strong to admit that. But you, want to know a secret to owning that fear?
What is it?
You embrace it. You allow it to be within you. You just don't let it rule you or allow it to decide your actions. That's how you find your strength over fear.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Just like fear, Bruce. True strength can only come from embracing what's inside of you.
Pardon my interruption, but I do have one cocoa and one cookie ready and warmed to perfection for our young weary master.
It's perfect. Thank you so much, Alfred.
Of course, Master Bruce. Oh, Thomas, before I forget, Mistress Martha was wanting to know if everything was all right up here. Her and Miss Mariana have been waiting downstairs for some time now.
Ever the helicopter parrot. Please tell her everything is fine, and that we'll be down in a moment.
Will do, sir.
I guess that would be our cue to exit.
And to let Bruce rest and enjoy his treat before going back to bed.
Well, given the excitement of the other day, I might know something else that could take your mind off of things, kid.
What?
Tell me, you ever see The Mark of Zorro?
Zorro?
What's that?
It's an old adventure flick from when your dad and I were kids.
Ugh, you know that movie actually was before our time, right?
Yeah, all the same, we still grew up watching it. I also happen to know it's one of your favorites, so you pipe down back there.
What's it about?
Oh, where would I even begin with that question? It's all just so perfect. There's action, sword fighting, romance.
Well, let's not give away too much and spoil it for little Bruce here. Only major thing you need to know going into it is that it's about a masked man who dedicates his life to saving the innocent.
You mean like Dad?
I suppose that's not an incorrect assumption.
Yeah, exactly like your dad. Now, the reason I asked if you've ever seen it is because tomorrow night, the Old Monarch Theater just so happens to be running a limited showing of that movie.
It is?
It is. And, as luck would have it, I happen to have 3 tickets for the showing. What do you say, kid? You interested?
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Carmine, you really didn't need to go through all this trouble.
Nah, I think nothing of it. You work too hard, need more time with your family. Consider this a nudge in the right direction.
Well, I suppose we'll have to tell Martha the good news when we get downstairs. But now we really should let Bruce try to get back to sleep.
Sounds like a plan to me. Good night, Bruce.
Good night. Thanks for trying to cheer me up, Uncle Carmine.
Don't sweat it, kid. Just remember what I said about strength over fear.
And also remember, it's straight to bed after you finish the cocoa.
Yes, sir. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. Just don't let it rule you. I'm okay. Everything's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. I just need to close my eyes, and when I open them, it'll be a new day.
Damn it. Essen told me she'd cover the rest of my graveyard shift. She said after the night I've had, there's no point in coming back in. She said I owed her one. It's relieving to finally know for certain that there are other good cops in the department. Well, I guess the word good is a bit of a stretch in Gotham. Let's go with decent instead. Sleeping like an angel. Good. I know she'll hate that she fell back asleep, but I'm glad she did. She needs the rest. I wouldn't want her to see me like this anyway. I hate this. I hate this job. I hate this city. I hate these people. Well, maybe not all of them. But still, what the hell was I thinking coming back here? What's the point in being a cop in a city where civilian safety is either a political move or an afterthought, and its police are used as a militant force to oppress the people they're supposed to serve? How could I have brought my wife into a place like this? How could I ever think of bringing an innocent child into a world like this? What kind of person brings the people they love the most into a city without hope?
Bruce! How do I look?
Wow, you look really pretty, Mom.
You think so? I wasn't so sure about this style of dress, but your father was very insistent on us keeping to a certain dress code tonight.
I think that's just because he really likes this movie.
That is true. And I do love seeing your father full of excitement. Well, I suppose that in the spirit of keeping things festive, I should add one final item to this outfit. Bruce, would you please be a dear and go get my emerald necklace off of my vanity?
Sure thing, Mom.
Be careful, sweetie. No running, please.
Did you really think you could keep this a secret from me? Me, of all people!
What?
I had every intention of telling you about it when the time was right. Why are you acting like this right now?
How did you expect me to react to this? Tommy, how long have we known each other?
Since I got out of med school. Look, I know how this looks, but...
Oh, you do? So that means you intentionally decided to betray me.
I haven't betrayed you at all.
You think planning to run for the mayor's office isn't a betrayal? Knowing damn well all the connections I need to have in that office to keep my businesses running smoothly?
It's the fact that Hill has rolled so far over for you that he's practically never in his office that I've decided to do this. I understand how important your business is to you, but Gotham as a whole is starting to decay around us. Gotham needs a leader who isn't so easily influenced.
You mean manipulated?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. Tommy, I have never once lied to you about the type of man I am. I don't lie to myself either. I know exactly what I am, but the fact is, despite all of that, I am just another person running a business whose bottom line is going to be severely affected by this decision.
I haven't even started campaigning yet. Aren't we being just a little dramatic?
No, not even a little bit am I being dramatic. Because whether you get voted in as the newest mayor or not, you decided this, knowing it would hurt me. And that is an unforgivable transgression.
Carmine, don't you understand how crazy that sounds, though? Gotham has to suffer so you can stay on top? What kind of life is that for the people who live here? What kind of life is that for our children?
Don't you dare bring my children into this! Don't you even try to make it out like they live in the same world as your kid. Bruce's whole life was already planned for him before he was even born. I had to do whatever it took to earn everything I have so that I could provide my children with a future that didn't involve them being in the same life that I've had to lead.
Is that really how you want to be remembered?
I'd rather be remembered for who I was rather than who I'd have liked to be.
Are you implying something towards me, Carmine?
Only that for a man whose hands are every bit as dirty as mine, you're sure trying real hard to pretend they're clean.
Times change, and so do people's ideas of what they want their lives to be.
Oh, is that right? So you just woke up one day and realized you outgrew me, is that it? To everything I've done for you. All the times I've had your back.
I never asked you for a damn thing! You know, maybe I did outgrow you. Maybe I was just too afraid to say it until now.
Fine. If that's how you really feel, I guess this is goodbye.
Fine. Then let me give you back those tickets.
No, keep them. I'd hate to have our issues ruin your family's night out. Think of it as my final gift to you. As for your political aspirations, let's see how far you actually get without me by your side. If you don't just end up dead in some alleyway first.
Is that a threat? Carmine? Carmine! Bruce, what are you doing up here, son?
Mom said she wanted me to get her emerald necklace.
Oh, is that all? Well, She doesn't need to worry about that, because I just got her something new to go with that dress earlier today.
You did? Whoa!
So, what do you think? Think Mama like these pearls over the emerald necklace?
I think she'll like it.
Then why don't you do the honor of presenting it to her?
Me?
Yeah, absolutely. I just need a few more minutes to finish getting ready. Tell her I'll be down in a few.
Okay, Dad. Dad?
Yes, son?
Is everything okay with Uncle Carmine? He seemed upset.
He and I, we just had a little disagreement, that's all. Nothing you need to worry yourself over.
Oh, okay then.
I believe I heard your mother instructed you not to run down the halls, Master Bruce.
Sorry, Alfred.
Such a spirited lad.
Definitely. He can be a little shy at times, but he's definitely got an adventurous heart.
Undoubtedly. Not that I was eavesdropping, but how did everything go during your meeting with Mr. Falcone? Did he take it well, or more to how you had figured he would react? I see.
You want to know the worst part?
What would that be?
I felt relieved when he said this was the last goodbye. Apart from you, that man is my oldest friend, and I'm relieved that he's officially out of my life.
Well, it may not be my place to say so, but that could be because in your heart you know you did the right thing, standing by your decision.
Maybe. It doesn't make the pain I feel for losing him any easier, though.
Moving to a better path is never one that can be done quickly. I've no doubt you'll find a way forward, just as he will in time.
Thanks, Alfred.
Anyways, now, enough lamentation. There will be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Now, it's time you diverted your energy and focus to your lovely family and the evening you're about to share.
See, that's why you and I have gotten along so well all these years, Alfred. You always keep my head on straight, even during my less than best moments. You always look out for everyone, not just some.
Such is my duty and my pleasure, Thomas.
All right, in you go.
Okay.
Let's get some ice on that knee. Okay, I'll feed you guys in a sec.
Are you mad at me?
A little bit. I mean, really, Holly. How many times have I told you to stay away from Stan?
I know, but...
Stan is a creep and a predator. He will say and do whatever he can to use you, then toss you out wherever he wants if you let him.
Then why do you work for him?
Because I don't let him get away with any of that. And besides, it's not like I have a lot of other options for making money every single night.
What about waitressing?
Tips are way too small for those types of jobs. I wouldn't even make half of what I make here. And even that's been a stretch as of late.
Oh, I guess that means things didn't go over well with...
No, it didn't. He basically just kept ignoring me and giving me the same old excuses that he gives me every time we have this discussion. But what does he care that I'm dying in the slums? I'm just his bastard child who he probably never thought he would have to take responsibility for.
Well, that's kind of why I went to Stan. I wanted to help, since I know money's gotten tighter lately.
That's sweet of you to do. But I'm a big girl, Holly. I can take care of us.
But the only reason things have been tight for you is because you took me in.
And I would do it again in a heartbeat. Trust me, sweetie, it's not your fault things are getting worse. It's because of the Roman and this corrupt system that he's allowed to take over the whole city. This damn city. It's just a melting pot for criminals, corrupt officials, and whoever else wants to dig their claws in. As long as Papa Falcon gets his cut, who cares what happens to everyone else that's just trying to survive? Do you know how many times that old bastard has really tried to make me buy in on his self-made man bullshit? He really wants everyone to believe he built this whole empire by himself. Like Gotham doesn't already know that he killed and stole for everything he has that put him on top of... Wait.
What?
When the Roman was starting out, he really did do whatever it took to get ahead. whether by legitimate or, more realistically, illegitimate means.
I'm not following.
Well, what's that old saying? If you can't beat the greedy fat cats that are stealing from everyone to stay on top, join them.
I don't think that's how that saying goes.
Potato, potato. My point is that if I really want for things to change, then I should take from my old man's example and do it myself.
You mean by stealing? I don't know, Selina. Wouldn't that be kind of dicey? I mean, if you got caught...
I'm not gonna get caught, Holly. Everyone in this damn city is too self-absorbed to even pay attention to someone like me. And besides that, I would only be taking little things here and there that would just give us a better chance at getting by in this rat hole.
Well...
This isn't about thrills, or living extravagantly, or anything like that. I'll be safe with whatever I try to take. I would never try to put you in danger, sweetie. Honest.
Okay. As long as you're sure about this.
Of course I'm sure. In fact, what the hell?
Hey there, beautiful.
Todd? What are you doing here?
I really wanted to see you. I just made a partner in my firm. I thought we could have some fun to celebrate.
You're the only one who has fun when you come down here. You're into all that bondage crap.
Oh, come on, baby. I think you just need to...
What I need for you is to go... Hold on. Did you get a new watch?
Yeah. It was it's a gift from the firm, along with a big bonus that I really wanted to share with you.
Fine.
Really?
Yeah, come on in. Here, let me get your coat.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but why the sudden change of heart?
Well, you did come all this way to see me, and I do need the money.
Whatever you want, baby. It's on the Toddster tonight.
That's really sweet of you. Why don't you go to my room and get the mood set? I just need to finish talking with my sister really quick, and I'll be in.
All right, just don't keep me waiting too long.
Why did you let him in if you don't like him?
Because why should I let an opportunity pass me by when it literally came knocking at my door?
Whoa, is that his...
Shh.
How did you swipe that watch off of him so fast?
I'll tell you when you're older. Just go hide it for now.
Will do.
Selina, what are you doing? The Toddster is raised. We all tied up with nowhere to go.
Just remember, Selina, he usually gets so excited that he finishes and passes out without you even barely having to touch him. And this is just the first opportunity of many. In the future, we'll probably have much better ones that come along that aren't. Todd.
So, Bruce, did you enjoy the movie?
It was awesome. Dad, that movie had everything. Evildoers beware, for you shall be slain by the mark of Zorro.
On guard.
Surrender, fiend.
Never.
Behold my mark.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah.
You have been bested, villain.
Are you so certain?
I think it's safe to say we found Bruce's Halloween costume for this year.
That would be so cool.
We should make it a theme for the whole family this year.
Oh, really? Well, we'll have to talk more about that later. Right now, we should get a move on so that we don't keep Alfred waiting.
All right, dear. Whatever you say. Come on, Zorro. Mom's ready to head out. We need to stay by her side to keep her safe. That's what heroes do, after all.
Yes, sir.
It will probably be a quicker trek back to Alfred if we cut through this alleyway.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Tom.
Come on, sweetheart. We'll be fine. I've been taking these back alleys all my life in Gotham.
Still,
Don't be scared, Mom. I'll protect you.
See, Martha? We'll be fine. We've got Zorro with us.
Okay. But the two of you had better stay close to me.
Always, my love.
Give me all you got on you.
Hey!
Don't move.
I won't. But you don't point that at my family. You just keep that trained on me, all right?
Don't mess with me, man.
No one's messing with you. I'm just trying to keep things calm.
Okay. Well, how about you calmly give me what I asked for before I get really upset?
Okay. No problem. Martha, your purse, please.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay, sweetheart. Everything's fine. I'll pick it up. There you go. You have everything now.
What about the pearls around the lady's neck?
I said don't point that at my family!
You crazy mother...
Get him, Dad.
Thomas, be careful.
Get Bruce out of here before...
Dad? Dad!
Stop screaming, lady!
Get behind me, Bruce! Help! Somebody, please help us!
I said stop!
Mom? Mom!
Oh shit! Oh shit! That wasn't supposed to happen. I just... what do I do now?
You killed them.
I didn't want to. I did what I had to.
Why? They were my parents.
Don't look at me like that, kid. Damn it.
Mom!
It's going to be okay, Bruce.
Mom, please.
No tears. Baby, don't be afraid. Don't be... I love...
Mom. Dad. No.
Fear. Fear is how I do it. Just like the fear I felt in the cave. Just like the fear I felt that night in the alley. But how can I make them fear me? Dad, please, tell me. How do I make them afraid? I can't wait another second, another hour, another moment. I need to know how I can truly be that which these criminals cannot understand. Please, I need something. A sign. An omen. Anything. What am I supposed to do? What the? Of course. A creature whose very existence is to inspire fear. At long last, I finally know what I need to do.
Batman Year One stars Cliff Jones and Preston Tucker as Bruce Wayne, Henry Schultz as Jim Gordon, Summer Rose as Selina Kyle, Nindrago the Excommunicado as Alfred Pennyworth, M.K. Hewitt as Holly Robinson, Noelle Pennison as Vicki Vale and Martha Wayne, Jake Johnston as Thomas Wayne, Joseph Bozlinski as Todd, with Alex B. as Joe Chill and Wyatt Bowden as Carmine Falcone. Story written and directed by Wyatt Bowden. Music scored by Ryn Weatherford. Audio engineered and edited by Eve McFilm and Joseph E.W. Series art by Evan Colin and the Knighthood Project. Series produced by CBW Productions and the Knighthood Project.